Now we are going to solve a few problems from complex numbers. Here is the first one. If a plus ib whole square is equal to x plus iy. A plus ib whole square is equal to x plus iy. Means write this in the form of x plus iy. Then find the value of x square plus y square in the terms of a and b. You will get the result here. Let me explain this. So here it is given that x plus iy is equal to a plus ib whole square, which is in the form of a plus b whole square. That is a square plus 2ab plus b square. But in the place of b, ib is given here. So this will be a square plus 2ab is ib plus b square, that is ib whole square. So then you are getting a square plus 2abi minus b square, because this is I square, b square and I square is minus 1. So separate the real and imaginary parts. Here this is a square minus b square plus 2abi is the required value of x plus iy. Now by equating real and imaginary parts on either sides, we will get the value of x, that is the real part, that is a square minus b square, and the imaginary part y is means quotient of I here, that is 2ab. So we got the values of x and y. Now we need to calculate x square plus y square. So x square plus y square is equal to, this is x. So a square minus b square whole square plus y square, that is 2ab whole square. Now if you write this expansion, you will get a power 4 plus b power 4 minus 2a square b square plus here it is 4a square b square. So you can say that this is a power 4 plus b power 4 plus 4 minus 2 will be plus 2a square b square. So simply you can write a square plus b square whole square, which is the required value of x square plus y square. It is in the form of a minus b whole square plus 4ab, that is a plus b whole square. Just observe the solution here. The given x plus iy is equal to a plus ib whole square. So write the expansion of a plus ib whole square and equating the real and imaginary parts gives x and y values. Now the required x square plus y square you can find like this. The required result is a square plus b square whole square. Next one is, if x plus iy is equal to 1 by 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta. One by 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta is the given x plus iy. Now we have to show that 4x square minus 1 is equal to 0. Show that 4x square minus 1 is equal to 0. And now here this is x plus iy, which is equal to 1 by 1 plus cos theta is the real part plus I sin theta is there. So just multiply and divide with its conjugate complex number, that is 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta. You can write like this. Then this will be, numerator is the product of one and the other number, means the second part will be the required 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta you will get. And in the denominator a plus ib into a minus ib, that is a square plus b square you will get. That means 1 plus cos theta whole square a square plus b square sin square theta. Now we need to write its simplified form. Denominator is 1 plus cos theta whole square is 1 plus cos square theta plus 2 cos theta plus sin square theta is there. And in the numerator it is 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta. Now here the denominator is cos square theta plus sin square theta gives one more 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2 plus 2 cos theta. So you can write 2 into 1 plus cos theta. Observe this one. 1 plus cos square theta plus sin square theta is another 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So 2 plus 2 cos theta, that is 2 into 1 plus cos theta. Here the numerator is 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta. This is x plus iy. Now the required one is 4x square minus 1 equal to 0 is the required result. Okay, just observe this one. 4x square equal to 1, x square equal to 1 by 4. This is possible only when x is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. So we need to get the value of x, that is plus or minus 1 by 2. So real part is enough. Need not consider the imaginary part here. Okay, so if you write this in the form of x plus iy, actually if you want we can write the simplified form. 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2, and the sin theta means 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 we can write. Even then also after the simplification you will get the same value for x, that is 1 by 2. But here I am not writing any simplification. Now separate the real part, means 1 plus cos theta by 2 into 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta by 2 into 1 plus cos theta you are getting here. Here these two gets cancelled. So you are getting 1 by 2 minus I sin theta by 2 into 1 plus cos theta. This is the value of x plus iy. I am not writing the simplified form because it is enough to consider the value of x, that is why. Anyhow 1 plus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta gets cancelled. 1 by 2 is the real part, that is x. So by equating the real parts on either sides, the value of x is equal to 1 by 2 gives x square equal to 1 by 4. Cross multiplication gives 4x square equal to 1, which gives the required result, that is 4x square minus 1 equal to 0. In this way you can write. Otherwise, here you can write this in the simplified form, like 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2, and sin theta means by using sin 2a is 2 sin a cos a, you can write 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Then you can eliminate the common term. Then also you will get the simplified form. But after equating real and imaginary parts, it is enough to consider the value of x only here, because we need to show that x 4x square minus 1 equal to 0 gives x equal to 1 by 2. So that is why without writing any simplification, simply I am separating real and imaginary parts. You are getting the value of x, find x square, and cross multiplication gives 4x square minus 1 equal to 0. That is the required result. Now the next one is x plus iy is equal to 3 by 2 plus cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the given x plus iy. Then we need to show that x square plus y square equal to 4x minus 3. Show that x square plus y square is equal to 4x minus 3. That is the required proof. We have to show that x square plus y square is equal to 4x minus 3. So first write this in the simplified form to get the values of x and y similar to the last two. And now here if you observe this one, 3 by 2 plus cos theta plus I sin theta, you can consider like this. Consider the real part and imaginary part like this. Now this is 3 by 2 plus cos theta plus I sin theta is the given one. So we need to multiply and dividing with is conjugate complex number, that is 2 plus cos theta minus I sin theta. So this is 2 plus cos theta minus I sin theta. The numerator is the product of these two, that is 6 plus 3 cos theta minus 3I sin theta if you multiply with 3. Denominator is a plus ib into a minus ib, that is a square plus b square. So 2 plus cos theta whole square, that is a square, plus b square is sin square theta. So this is 6 plus 3 cos theta minus 3I sin theta by, simplify the denominator, 2 square is 4 plus cos square theta plus 2 into 2, 4 into cos theta plus sin square theta. So here the numerator is 6 plus 3 cos theta minus 3I sin theta by, in the denominator 4 plus cos square theta plus sin square theta gives 1. So 4 plus 1 will be 5. That is 5 plus remaining is 4 cos theta. And now separate real and imaginary parts to get x and y values. So x plus iy is equal to, real part is this one, 6 plus 3 cos theta by 5 plus 4 cos theta is the real part, minus 3 sin theta I by denominator is 5 plus 4 cos theta is y. So compare with x plus iy, then you are getting x and y values here. So here x is equal to this one, 6 plus 3 cos theta by 5 plus 4 cos theta. And y is equal to x plus iy is this one. So consider this value along with the negative. So that is minus 3 sin theta by minus 3 sin theta by denominator is 5 plus 4 cos theta. Okay, now we got the values of x and y. We need to prove that x square plus y square is equal to 4x minus 3. So x square plus y square value I am writing here. X square, so denominator is 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square. You can write for both. For the two values x and y, the same denominator is given. So 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square is the LCM. And now here the numerator is 6 plus 3 cos theta whole square plus y square means this one, minus 3 sin theta whole square. Now we need to simplify the numerator here. Denominator is 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square only. Here the numerator is 6 square is 36 plus 3 cos theta whole square, that is 9 cos square theta plus 2 into 3, 6 into 6, 36 cos theta. 2ab means 2 into 6, 12 into 3, 36 cos theta. This is plus minus 3 whole square, that is 9 sin square theta. So denominator is 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square, and now the numerator is 9 cos square theta plus 9 sin square theta gives 9 into cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1. So that will be 1. 1 into 9 will be 9. So 36 plus 9 into this cos square theta plus sin square theta gives 1. Plus 36 cos theta is there. And now you can observe here, this is 9 into 1 means 9, 36 plus 9, that is 45 plus 36 cos theta by 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square is what you are getting. And you can observe one more thing here, that is if you separate 9, the common factor from the numerator, 5 9s are 45 and 4 9s are 36. So the term what is there in the denominator, the same you are getting in the numerator also. It is 5 plus 4 cos theta whole square, so these two gets cancelled. So then you are getting the value of x square plus y square, which is equal to 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. This is equation number 1. Actually here we have to show that x square plus y square is equal to 4x minus 3. But now just we got the values of x and y and then calculate x square plus y square. There you are getting 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. Now we need to show that the value of 4x minus 3 is also equal to the same 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. Then you can say that both are equal. So consider this RHS part. Again observe the problem. X plus iy is given by 3 by 2 plus cos theta plus I sin theta. Now just multiply and divide with its conjugate complex number. After the simplification you are getting the values of x and y. Calculate LHS, that is x square plus y square. We got equation number 1. Now I am going to calculate this RHS, that is 4x minus 3. Now this 4x minus 3 is equal to 4 into x is this one 6 plus 3 cos theta by 5 plus 4 cos theta, that is x. 4x minus 3. After the simplification we should get the same 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta to say that these two are equal. We'll see. So here the LCM is 5 plus 4 cos theta. And here it is 4 into 6, 24, plus 4 into 3, 12 cos theta, minus 3 into 5, 15, minus 3 into 4, 12 cos theta. You can say that these two gets cancelled, and the numerator is 24 minus 15, that is 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. This is equation 2, which is the value of 4x minus 3. Therefore, from equations 1 and 2, we can say that the value of x square plus y square is equal to the value of 4x minus 3. Hence, those two are equal. So, first write the given one in the simplified form to get the values of x and y. Then find x square plus y square value. Here we are getting 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. And then find the value of RHS, that is 4x minus 3. There also you are getting the same 9 by 5 plus 4 cos theta. So both are equal. Now the next one is x minus iy whole power 1 by 3 is equal to a minus ib. If x minus iy whole power 1 by 3 is equal to a minus ib, then we have to show that x by a plus y by b is equal to x by a plus y by b is equal to 4 into a square minus b square. X minus iy whole power 1 by 3 is given by a minus ib. We have to show that the value of x by a plus y by b is equal to 4 times of a square minus b square. So now consider the given one. X minus iy whole power 1 by 3 means cube root is given, is equal to a minus ib. To eliminate this cube root, we should apply whole cube on either sides. So cubing on both sides gives x minus iy is equal to a minus ib whole cube. That is called cubing on both sides. Apply whole cube on either sides. Cubing on both sides. And now this x minus iy is equal to This is in the form of a minus b whole cube, that is a cube minus 3a square into b, b is ib here, plus 3ab square minus b cube. A cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube is the formula for a minus b whole cube expansion. But in the place of b, we need to write ib. Now write its simplified form. This is a cube minus 3a square b I. And here it is ib whole square, means I square is minus 1. So you will get some change in the sign. Minus 3ab square minus ib cube. B cube is okay. But what about I cube? I cube means I square into I, where I square is minus 1. So minus 1 into I will be minus I. Make this positive, plus I, you will get that. I cube is I square into I, means minus 1 into I, that is minus I. So minus ib you are getting here. Minus of minus means plus ib. B cube. Now separate the real and imaginary parts to get x and y values. Here the real part is a cube minus 3ab square plus I into, this is b cube, this is minus 3a square b. And now by equating real and imaginary parts on both sides, you are getting the value of x, that is equal to real part is a cube minus 3ab square. And the value of y is equal to, anyhow here minus y is given. So by taking common, you will get this one, means you need to interchange these two. So the value of y is equal to 3a square b minus b cube. 3a square b minus b cube is y value, because it is minus 1, it is positive side. And now the value of x by a plus y by b we need to write. So do one thing, by taking common a, you are getting a square minus 3b square here. This is the value of x. So write that a here. Then x by a will be a square minus 3b square. This is the value of x by a square minus 3b square. And from the second part, the same calculation gives, b is the common term, you are getting 3a square minus b square. So the value of y by b will be the remaining, that is 3a square minus b square. So we got the values of x by a and y by b, we need to find the sum of these two. Therefore, x by a plus y by b is equal to, x by a is a square minus 3b square plus y by b, this one we need to add. This is 3a square minus b square. Now what will be the sum here? A square plus 3a square, that is 4a square, minus 3b square minus b square gives minus 4b square. So that is the required 4 times of a square minus b square. 4 into a square minus b square, which is the required sum of x by a and y by b. Whole power 1 by 3 means cube root is given. To eliminate cube root, we need to apply whole cube on either sides. Now the next one is, find the values of x and y. Find the values of x and y if x minus 1 by 3 plus I plus y minus 1 by 3 minus I. X minus 1 by 3 plus I plus y minus 1 by 3 minus I is equal to I. This is equal to I, then the values of x and y we have to write. This is equal to I means if you write this in the form of a plus ib, the value of a should be 0 and the value of b should be 1. Then 0 plus I into 1 will give the required I. So real part is 0, imaginary part is 1. That is the required result. And now write the simplified form of this one, and then you can compare with the given result. So here, sum of the two fractions, by taking LCM you can write, because the two denominators are 3 plus I and 3 minus I, each is the conjugate of the other. Okay, Then if you take the LCM here, 3 plus I into 3 minus I will be the denominator, that is LCM. Now this numerator into 3 minus I. So x minus 1 into 3 minus I plus this numerator y minus 1 into 3 plus I. Okay, that is equal to I. So here the denominator is in the form of a plus ib into a minus ib, that is a square plus b square. So 3 square is 9 plus 1 square is 1, that is 10 you will get. In the numerator you are getting 3x minus xi minus 3 plus I. And here it is 3y plus yi minus 3 minus I. This is equal to I is given. Multiply with this. And then denominator is 10, 9 plus 1. There is only, first write the real parts, that is 3x plus 3y. It is minus 3, this is also minus 3, that is minus 6 is the real part. Now write the imaginary part, plus I into. Imaginary part is minus x plus 1 plus y minus 1. That is equal to I. So the values of x and y we need to find here, remember that one. So this is, here the real part is 3x plus 3y minus 6 by 10 plus I into imaginary part is, denominator is 10. 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, minus x plus y is there in the numerator. That is equal to I means 0 plus 1 into I you can write. Real part is 0, imaginary part is 1. Now by equating real and imaginary parts on either sides, you will get this real part is 0, means numerator is 0, because this value by 10 is equal to 0 means the numerator equal to 0 into 10 will be 0. Otherwise, simply you can say that a fraction is 0 when the numerator is 0. Numerator is 0 here. So that gives 3x plus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. If you divide by 3, you will get x plus y is equal to 2. And imaginary part should be 1. That means minus x plus y by 10 is equal to quotient of I is 1, gives minus x plus y is equal to 10 into 1, that is 10. This is the second equation and this is the first equation. So we got the values of x plus y and minus x plus y. Add these two to eliminate x, because x is given with positive and negative opposite signs. Then from the first equation x plus y is equal to 2, and from the second minus x plus y is equal to 10. Sum of these two gives the value of 2y, y plus y. 2y is equal to 12 gives y is equal to 6. And now, since x plus y is equal to 2 gives x is equal to 2 minus y, that is 2 minus 6 is y is 6, that gives minus 4. And now verify whether the result what you got here is correct or not. X is minus 4 and y is 6. If you write here x is minus 4, so minus x will be 4 plus 6, that is 10, that is okay. And here minus 4 plus 6 gives 6 minus 4, that is 2, correct. Okay. Therefore, required x is equal to minus 4 and y is equal to 6. That is the required x and y value solution of the given. And now, one more problem. Here two complex numbers are given here. We need to prove that one is the conjugate of the other complex number. First complex number is the conjugate complex number of the second one, and the second one is the conjugate of the first complex number. So, you can take any one, either the first one or the second one, then find its conjugate. The other one we need to obtain here. So we have to show that 2 minus I by 1 minus 2i whole square. 2 minus I by 1 minus 2i whole square, and minus 2 minus 11i by minus 2 minus 11i by 25 are conjugate to each other. So consider the first complex number and find its conjugate complex number, then the required result should be equal to the second one. Now consider the first one, that is 2 minus I by 1 minus 2i whole square. Write its simplified form, means that is 2 minus I by denominator is 1 plus 4i square minus 4i. So that is 2 minus I by I square is minus 1 gives minus 1 into 4, minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3 minus 4i you are getting here. Okay. And now we need to write its conjugate complex number. This is the first one. Now, so its conjugate complex number we need to write. But to write its conjugate complex number, first write this in the form of a plus ib, simplified form. So just multiply and divide with its conjugate complex number, that is minus 3 plus 4i. Then denominator is a plus ib into a minus ib, that is a square plus b square gives minus 3 whole square plus 4 square. Numerator is the product of these two, 2 minus I into minus 3 plus 4i. So denominator is minus 3 whole square, that is 9 plus 4 square is 16. Now multiply these two of numerator, 2 into minus 3 minus 6, 2 into plus 4i, that is 8i, minus into minus plus 3i, minus into plus, that is minus 4i square. So denominator is 9 plus 16, that is 25, and the numerator is minus 6, 8i plus 3i, that will be 11i, minus 4 into I square is minus 1, that will be plus 4. So minus 4 into I square is minus 1, that is plus 4. So this will be 11i minus 6 plus 4 will be minus 2. So the given complex number is, so the given complex number is minus 2 plus 11i by 25, means consider the first complex number and write this in the simplified form. So its conjugate is conjugate means just change the sign between real and imaginary part, that will be minus 2 minus 11i by 25, which is the second one. Similarly, even if you consider the second one also, you can derive the first one. Consider the second one and find its conjugate complex number, then you will get the first one. In this way, you can find the conjugate, you can prove that the conjugate complex number of the first one is the second one, or second one to the first one. So these are a few problems from complex numbers. In the next session, we'll discuss few more problems. Keep watching Tapas Academy.